So being from a commerce background, at first I was very apprehensive of how will I do, how will I prepare, and since I was working together with it, it was a major challenge because I cannot afford to go somewhere to study. I did not know where to start, where to end. But after watching Sally ma'am videos, I knew that there is a pattern. There is a flowchart method or a table method. So those videos helped me a lot in tackling my LRDI section.
Hello everyone, welcome to Cracku interview series. Today we have with us Shubhika. She scored 97.71 percentile in CAT 2022 and she converted IIM Ahmedabad. She is also a chartered accountant and she is running and operating her own firm. She also pursued Bcom from Indira Gandhi National Open University. Today she is with us to share her CAT preparation journey and also she's going to share us her IIM Ahmedabad interview experience and give us some very valuable tips on how to prepare for MBA personal interviews as well. So, hello Subhika, welcome and a very big congratulations on converting IIM Ahmedabad.
Thanks a lot and thank you.
So firstly, can you walk us through your CAT preparation journey? I mean, when you started the whole MBA journey, so after chartered accountancy, what inspired you to do MBA? And yeah, how did you start preparing for CAT?
I felt that after being in practice for 3 years, I felt a need for more exposure, and
All
I
right.
thought that MBA would be the best decision for this. With this in mind, I decided to pursue MBA. The next task was that it had been 3 years since I had not been in touch with any kind of studies or in any kind of competitive exams. So
Right.
it was a major challenge before me to understand how the CAT will work and how
Correct.
I can perform the best. Um, you also know that it is said that it is more of engineers kind of exam because
Yes.
it involves reasoning and being
Right.
from a
Some
commerce
quantitative.
background.
Yeah.
So being from a commerce background, at first I was very apprehensive of how will I do, how will I prepare, and since I was working together with it, it was a major challenge because I cannot afford to go somewhere to
Right.
study because I had to look after
Your
office.
firm. You're right.
Right. So Cracku provided me the best solution in terms of I did not have to look for a lot of material. I will have the material at one place. Secondly, I will not have to go somewhere to learn. The classes will be provided to me. Thirdly, being a non-engineer background, I have questions for ample practice. So I never felt that if I did not understand the topic, that how will I do it? Because I knew that there are so many questions, I can just practice for them and
Right.
get the answers. So
Correct.
in this way, that I prepared for 4 months, August,
Right.
September, October, and November, and finally gave my CAT.
That's wonderful. So you prepared, you started your preparation from August, right?
Right, right.
And this was your first attempt. That's a very good achievement. You prepared for CAT in only 4 months. And so
Yes.
how did you go about preparing? Like you started off with mock tests and then you went back to, you went back and analyzed your weak areas or yeah, how did you prepare?
I took a crash course of Cracku in August.
Okay.
It was a 4 months crash course. So I looked at in 2.5 months they basically will cover all the concepts.
Correct.
So I knew that my conceptual knowledge will be okay with it. And along with that, I was giving mock test on Sundays and analyzing them.
Right.
Uh, and there were revision tests which were letting me know that the what I have studied during the week, I am able to recall it or not. So after 2.5 months, when my course was over,
Right.
I started appearing for mocks. I thought that I will give as many mocks as possible. I gave sectionals as well, and I used to analyze them. That what are my weak areas, what are my strong areas, and how can I leverage? Because
Right.
one thing that I understood was that you do not have to attempt 100% exam.
Exactly.
You just have to make sure that for example in maths, if there are 20 questions, if you can attempt correctly 12 to 13 questions, that will be sufficient to get you 98, 99 percent.
Right.
In those, there are not every question involves engineering background. For example, I am very apprehensive when I see questions of polynomials or
Okay.
logarithms, but I feel comfortable with questions of speed, distance, or
Right.
profit loss, interest.
Correct. Arithmetic based questions.
Arithmetic is my strong area,
Strong area.
so
Right.
I uh, um,
Right, right.
worked on.
So you focused mostly on your strong areas, and
Right.
yeah, so that's how you strategize your quant prep. Amazing. All right. And coming to LRDI also, so how did you tackle LRDI section? Because that section is considered a challenging section by many CAT aspirants. So how did you tackle the LRDI section?
Sayali ma'am explained the concepts very beautifully. At first, I used to be very tensed when I read LRDI questions because I did not know where to start, where to end. But after watching Sally ma'am videos, I knew that there is a pattern, there is a flowchart method or a table method which will help you.
Okay.
So those videos helped me a lot in tackling my LRDI section, and for practicing there was so many questions available that if on any topic I am feeling that my confidence is low, the practice would build up my confidence.
Correct. Amazing. So now coming to your mocks, you said you started mocks after finishing your syllabus for the first two months,
2.5 months, right?
right? 2.5 months, and then you started taking mocks. How many dash cats did you take, and what was your mock analyzing strategy, and how did you come up with the final strategy that you are going to implement in the exam?
Um, I appeared for all 15 dash kits.
Okay,
Apart from that, there were three extra mock tests also available. So there were a total of 18 mock tests available, and the sectionals were 15. Out of the 15, I must have attempted 12 to 13 sectional of each.
okay,
So
great.
if in total I do, I must have attempted 30 mock tests roughly,
Right, including sectionals and
including sectional. So
great,
there I realized that, for example, in maths, sometimes when I used to check again that where I have made mistakes, I used to find that in quants I use very easy questions just because uh, I do not like logarithms or polynomials. I don't even see the question, but that is not the correct approach. At least I need to read the question and be sure that it's easy or difficult one. The difficulty level being provided by Cracku also helped me in
right,
get it helped me because the questions which were in easy category but
right,
belong to polynomials, I found that I could also solve them within 2 minutes.
right,
So I don't have to just leave them just knowing that these are from a topic that I do not know well. I cannot attempt it. I can attempt the easy question from that as well. The secondly, I analyzed that in the LRDI section, because my speed is slow, so rather than reading all the four question, it's better that I pick up my order, and it helped me to fix myself out that if in first 10 minutes I'm not able to crack a set, I should move to next.
okay, right,
So in that way, dash cat helped me a lot.
right. So that's how you improved in LRDA section and ultimately improved your scores. You achieved your target score. Wonderful. All right. Now moving on to your interview process. So how did you prepare for the personal interviews for each stage of the personal interview, and ultimately how did you, particularly IIM Ahmedabad, how did you handle the questions asked in the interview?
For me, as I'm a chartered accountant, we people are basically introvert in nature mostly.
Okay.
So interview is our biggest hurdle. uh, Giving an exam appears easy for us if we compare it with giving the interviews.
Right.
So
Okay.
but when I analyzed my strength and weakness, so I found that if I am calm and if I remain calm, I am better able to answer. I practiced a lot of mock interviews with
Okay.
people around me. my parents, my other elders, people who were living in my neighborhood, and they told, and I found that every time they ask a question, I would not be able to answer it uh, with 100% accuracy. It cannot be the case with 100% of question. It's right that I am giving 60 to 70% questions right, but it will always be the case that 20 to 25% questions I will not know, or I will not be able to answer it. So
Okay.
I focused on that I have to maintain my peace of mind in interview. That will help me the most
Correct.
rather than anything else. So I kept on increasing my knowledge base and my understanding. But more than that, I worked upon remaining calm during an interview and not to get tense just with the name that it's an interview. You have to
Right, right,
perform.
right.
So that was my strategy.
That's excellent. It's also quite inspiring how you worked on your, weakness and you try to overcome that. So now speaking of the IIM Ahmedabad interview specifically, so how did the interview go? And so was there any question that took you by surprise? And if yes, how did you handle that such kind of questions in the interview?
My interview, according to me, was not a very perfect one. It
Okay.
went through various ups and downs. For example, they asked me continuous compounding, and
Okay.
I mistook it for daily compounding and explained them daily compounding.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So they asked me that then now explain daily compounding. So
Okay.
listening to that question, I got it that I had made a mistake here. So what I did, I accepted that, sir, I was not sure of continuous compounding and I mistook it for daily compounding and explained it that. So I'm not able to explain continuous compounding, but what I explained was daily compounding.
Right.
So
Right.
they then asked me about monthly compounding and other topics. But the key was that only that I maintained my calm.
Calm
The rest
and
question,
yes.
yes,
Right. So you were able to manage it quite well and you accepted your mistake and yeah, and then also you didn't lose your calm. That's excellent.
right.
Now, finally, what is that advice that you'd like to give to the future CAT aspirants or the MBA aspirants in general?
I would like to advise them that always believe in yourself and work on your strength and problems. SWOT analysis is the best thing that would help you sail through your journey, CAT journey. The last piece of advice would be that if you are working like me or have less time and you want to practice a lot, then Cracku would be a very good platform. And I am saying this because when I thought that I would prepare in 4 months, I there were many obstacles in my mind. For example, that I haven't studied in the last 4 years, and I will not have much of time. People study for 1 year and then
Right.
appear for exam. But uh, the material provided by Cracku is of very good quality, and big thumbs up to the whole of the team for such a amazing content.
So yeah, thank you so much, Subhika. We are very happy that you made it to IIM Ahmedabad. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for your wonderful insights and we wish you all the best for your MBA journey.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you so
And
much.
I wish all the best to Cracku.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks a lot.